So, yeah, I don't even know how to even start this.
All right.
So we're just gonna go with Sergeant Butler, and
Okay.
who are you with?
Okay. So, Sergeant McCarthy, 345th Recruiting Squadron, recruit out of here, North Little Rock.
Man, I don't even think we even gotta go into all that and not just back and forth.
Trying to figure out how
talk.
this just chop it up tight.
This is what I was saying. Like, I've been wanting to do this for so long, and every single time I do it, it ends up turning into an interview.
Yeah.
So I
You
don't
want
know
it to
how
be
to.
like-
And that's why I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep this rolling just like this, and this is how that's the intro. That's all I need to know. We've been trying to do this for a long time.
Bet.
This is it.
Bet.
So not to have it go into like an interview,
Bet.
but it's just like how have you enjoyed recruiting?
So, recruiting, it's a roller coaster, ups, downs, good days, bad days. But you gotta have that resiliency. If you don't have resiliency, you're not gonna make it far in this space. It's just what it is. You're gonna have those bad days. Those things are out of your control. Depth discharges, cans, rows.
What's a depth discharge?
So depth discharge, somebody that committed to the process, you got them completely through, ASVAB, physical, qualified. Somewhere down the road, something in their life changed to where they realize this isn't for them.
Yeah.
You got to kind of deal with that and kind of reevaluate what you could have done differently in essence.
So, like, what's your most memorable depth discharge? I kind of want to get real on these. 'Cause, I feel like we have all these different interviews that we always talk about, and it's just like they're so censored. But it's like these are real issues. Depth discharge doesn't just affect us, but also affects them because
100%.
it's like when you commit to that process, you're looking at changing your life.
100%.
So when you wanted to change your life, what made you change that mind to change your life? And could we, like you said, could we have done something different?
For sure.
So what's your most memorable one?
So most memorable one would be she's my only ship day can.
Oh.
So ended up she wanted medical initially, came in, was able to kind of get her set up for a 4 Charlie interview, which is mental health. Got selected. First time she was supposed to ship out, she ended up actually getting sick. So she was actually 2 ship day cans for being one. So she got sick the first time. The morning of ship day, she was coughing up blood at the hotel, things of that nature. Ended up getting medical records, submitted back up, good to go. Got her another 4 Charlie job. Hotel, again, I get a call about 6:05 in the morning from an Air Force liaison telling, hey, your person didn't show up today. So I ended up calling her. She claimed to be sick, claimed I wasn't feeling well, so I just kind of decided to go home. Did some further research and digging, realized that her boyfriend wasn't on board with her joining. Pretty much told her, if you leave, you'll never type.
Man, I got 2 things on that one. It's kind of funny. Like this is where I try to tell people like history repeats itself. And you're never alone in this. I remember one person who I actually got into the Air Force. She was supposed to join a long time ago. She was supposed to join like 2 or 3 years before she ended up joining. The same thing. She said that her boyfriend wanted to go to college, and if she wanted to see him again, she had to go to the same college with him.
100%.
Well, she did it. Obviously, she's loyal. She ended up doing it. And she came home one day, he was cheating. So she ended up dropping out of college into a college that she didn't even want to be in.
Right.
And then she finally decided to go all in. So then I was like, are you sure this is a process that you want to do? And she said, there's nothing that's going to hold me back.
That's it.
So we ended up getting her number 1 job, which is also 4C. Which
Wow,
is
that's crazy. That is crazy.
But it's kind of funny that you said about the depth discharge. The same depth discharge was for me for the ship day. I had somebody who wanted to join. They were all in, and it felt, I don't want to say too good to be true, but I was like, man, there's got to be something that is concerning you. Like, what is it? Like, what's going to stop you from joining? He was like, nothing. I'm ready to go. All right, cool. Got him his second pick. Ended up having one last weekend out in Branson. Ended up going out to the lake with the boys, and then mind you, he was just an Uber driver, and his boys pretty much are the ones that own the boat. So they went out, had a good boat party, and he decided not to join. He said, I don't want to miss. He feels like he's missing too much. If he joined. I was like, yeah, I understand, but at the same time, realize that in 2-3 years, who's going to be cleaning their boats?
Right.
Like, are you going to be owning a boat, or are you going to be cleaning their boats? Yeah. So that's something that we try to help people on. I think one of the biggest things is people have to realize that I feel like our lives have like templates, which is like our predetermined, like how far can you go? Yes, there's always gonna be those anomalies that just skyrocket, like the 1%ers, right? But at the same time, you gotta have a path, and you gotta have a path that's actually realistic and obtainable. And I think that's where we talk about short-term and long-term goals. So speaking of that part, did you ever have any goals when you became a recruiter, or what was your insights when you first became a recruiter?
So, recruiting, I'm being fully transparent. Initially, I felt like it was a step back. I got selected as late in the game, 14-year tech. So everybody was telling me that, well, that's a career ender. You never make master in recruiting, at least not tier one. You'd have to return when you come back to your career field to go to tier two. That's probably when that would happen to you, and then at that point, you'll be close to retirement. So initially, I was just like, I need to do whatever I need to do. So once I kind of realized what that was, being a successful recruiter, awards, silver badge, rookie of the year, gold badge, things of that nature, those kind of
Hey,
tie.
nah. You ain't get about that. You always try to do that. You always try to, just bronze badge,
Yeah,
silver
bronze
badge,
Olympiad, like
gold
things.
badge. Those little things like, gold badge is being the number one,
Yeah, for
recruiter
sure.
in the squadron. It's something that obviously not everybody can say they have. So I didn't want to stop you, but I had to stop you on that one because sometimes we oversee the big things that we do.
For sure.
But I'll
For
let
sure.
you keep going.
For sure. So those things. So initially, I was in my career field. I was filling a E7 position. So I was probably on the boards to get a promotion stratification and make rank within that next year. That's when I got selected for recruiting. So obviously, being in a new career field, being a 3 level, being the highest ranking person in this office, but I knew the least amount of information.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around and everybody's rolling appointments, depping people in, and I'm just sitting here like I don't know how to build a PR. I don't even know how to process an appointment. I don't know how to do nothing. So it was intimidating. Initially, I was like, hey, how can I go back?
Yeah.
Talk to my flight. How can I get back? I don't think this is going to be good for my career.
Yeah, no, I think that was the same way. I guess I love how because you ended up making the rank, and now you're still going back to your career field. So you still got what you want, but you also got promoted while doing it too. So it's kind of cool that you still took the work ethic and still applied it. I remember when I got selected, I was in the middle of Loadmaster retraining. So I was supposed to be a Loadmaster. I got approved to retrain, and coming from air transportation, I got approved to retrain, which is already one of the most rare things to do.
Yeah.
So when I got selected, my senior notified me. I was like, hey, we need names, and your name got picked. And I was like, all right, cool, I understand that, but he says right here in this email that if you are going to retraining, to let me know so I can take your name off the list. And he was like, all right, I got your name off the list. 2 weeks later, congratulations, you've been selected. I called him, I said, hey, did you take my name off? And he said, I must have forgot to take it off the final draft. And I was like, all right, well, at least it's somewhere new, right? So I ended up, not a lot of people can see that, right? I don't try to hold my emotions on my sleeves, but it really did affect me, whereas like I felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. But life has a funny way of like changing that perspective where it's like, I believe it was year 2, recruiting kicked in, where it's like, wow, like we're changing so many lives.
100%.
If you literally just put the applicant first and like just listen to them, they're gonna bring you more people to help change their lives too. So whenever my flight chief would say, hey, we need to fill this job, because at the end of the day we do have a quota, but we have jobs that we have to fill for the needs of the Air Force. So we don't get paid extra. We don't get paid extra. But my philosophy on that was, all right, cool. If I work harder, I can fill this job, so this person right here can still have the job that he's waiting for. And for me, I got pretty lucky. Knock on wood, no one's ever complained to me about the jobs that we gave them, because obviously we do the job counseling, and it's very important that we communicate the job counseling with them.
For sure.
But looking back on it now, even this interview right here, even like the social media stuff, I would not have been able to do that as a Loadmaster. No. Like I would not have been able to build up the strength to learn how to motivate others, to learn how to listen to others, and work with others.
For sure.
That's been probably a career changer.
Everything happens for a reason. Take that fork in the road and veer left instead of right, and it kind of opened up a bunch of opportunities for sure.
Yeah. So I wonder. Okay, so we talked about the depth discharge.
Yep.
What about the worst day you've had recruiting?
Worst day in recruiting. Yeah. It could be a few. It's so many things that pop. Like I said, it's a roller coaster. So bad days came in abundance, especially as a new recruiter, not really knowing what's going on. But I'm trying to pinpoint the biggest.
But see, I like that right here, because I feel like you're having to think back. Do you think that you've had a bad day in like the last 6 months to a year of your final years of recruiting?
Yeah, I still run into those moments of people second guessing. I do a better job of figuring that out before we get to that point, but but you still have I got your schedule for next week. Sorry, McCarthy, I'm so sorry. I decided I think I got this scholarship. I think I want to pull back. So even something like that is not in the depth, not that big of a deal, but you were anticipating that person processing. That's another number for you, things of that nature. So you still as a seasoned recruiter, regardless of the success I have, that still kind of makes you look in the mirror like, all right, what could I have done different to identify what was going on and catch this earlier?
Yeah, and I think this goes back to what we were talking about literally in the beginning of trying to figure out how to capture content, right? I think what makes content, creating content and capturing content so hard is there's two views. There's a recruiter view and there's an applicant view. So it's like trying to make sure that we can still engage the applicant while still engaging the recruiter is very tough. So I'm trying to figure out ways that we can make it more applicant directed.
I got you.
So let's see. And with that being said, what has been so what process can the applicant do before they get here that's going to help them pretty much have the most success in their process?
First and foremost, come prepared. Of course, there's going to be, and your recruiter probably talk you through this, but have all your documents ready: birth certificate, social, high school diploma, driver's license. If you have any medical history, broken bones, surgeries, make sure to kind of gather that documentation as well. So when the recruiter sits down, kind of going over everything with you, and you decide you want to continue with the process, it's going to be fluid. You come unprepared, you don't have questions ready. Now the recruiter kind of has to pull teeth, and he or she could be on the mark, and they could be off. They could be talking about stuff that you don't even care about, but the recruiter's just kind of reaching because you're quiet. You don't really have much questions. Well, all right, well, I guess we'll just get everything going then. So come prepared with questions, whether it's at least 3 to 5.
Yep.
Whether it's basic questions, asking about basic training, whether it's intense questions, highlighting what's the job process or what's the process, like what's the next step. Just come prepared. If you come prepared, it's going to make that process a little bit more fluid.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about. I would say one of my biggest game changers was Jody with the Y.
Yes.
And that's why I kind of feel like I'm trying to do Jody with the Y, but for recruiters and applicants, no one's gonna be able to touch him. I understand, no one's gonna be able to get on that level.
Yeah, he's on another level for sure. Yeah.
But I will say his MEPS video from 2 years, I think it's 2-3 years ago now, is still being played. I think we're at 347,000 views. I used to send it to my applicants like, hey, watch this video. When you're done, reply to me saying it as you finish watching it. I think it's a 24-minute video, and I always get people to message me back around 30 minutes after me sending a text message, which means I know they watched it. And that right there, that one video alone, I believe, saved me a lot of routes, which are recruiter avoidable losses, and helping them with their process. And I will say that it's kind of funny that you said have those questions and be prepared. I look over at TikTok in that community. I'm reading the comments, and you always see my recruiter lied to me or my recruiter tricked me into this. And I will say I could see where they can be getting that information from when they weren't prepared. If you're, like you were saying, you're talking to me and I don't have anything for you, and okay, cool, what jobs do you want? I don't care. I don't care. I just need to leave. All right, cool. Right. For me, for my personality and for how I want to work, air transportation is not that bad of a job.
Right.
Air transportation is probably a better job than what your job was is services. I would rather be in air trans. You would rather be in services.
Yes, for sure.
So now when you're talking to that other person who could be me but not speaking, now you put me in services and I'm like, I don't really like this job. My recruiter told me this is the best job.
100%.
And it's just so you gotta have like you said, those questions. And Jody with a Y and foreverwingman.com.
Forever Wingman is a big one. Airman Vision, I don't know if you follow her stuff or not.
Is that on Instagram?
Oh, she's on YouTube.
YouTube one?
I believe she has Instagram channels as well, but she breaks down the process from getting prepared, going to MEPS, basic training, kind of laid all that stuff out, tech school. So she's another good one to kind of watch some videos to kind of identify what that process looks like.
Yeah, and that's what, and I always tell people too, I was like, I would always have them pick their jobs just because it's like, we'd have the list of all the jobs that they qualify for, and then guess what, there's another list of the jobs that are what the Air Force needs, and the jobs that we can actually get you out with. Yes, we have 155 careers. However, sometimes depending on the manning, some of those careers aren't available.
Yes.
I know one of the rumors right now is, and this is like a tough topic, but one of the rumors is if your recruiter gives you a job, you don't have to take it.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know where that came from. And this is where I try to tell people, be careful listening to older people or people who came to this process before, because a lot of things can change.
Right.
I know for us, if you don't take that job, we can't, because you already put on your list and you signed that list.
Yes.
That's why the job counseling part is so important.
It's clutch, and to be thorough throughout that process.
So please, that's just something else that, I always want to tell people is don't decline that job if it's
That's
on
it.
your list, because that could be your future. And,
That's it.
yes,
Yeah.
that's a big one.
You don't know what you don't know. So I could look at a job and, all right, I got matched on my number 7 job. This isn't what I want. This sounds trash, but you get into it and it's like, oh snap! Like, I really like being aircrew flight equipment. I really like what I'm doing. This is great, right? So you don't listen, like you said, to the outside influencers. And you even said like old heads. Even if somebody went through the process 2 years ago, a lot has changed from when they went through the process to now, because recruiting is always evolving. So your recruiter is going to be your subject matter expert. Listen to your recruiter and your recruiter only. If you feel like your recruiter is giving you some false information, they have a flight chief, so on and so forth. That flight chief has a boss, so continue to climb that ladder. But your recruiter is more than likely is going to be that subject.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the best things I haven't really talked about before is if you don't trust your recruiter, ask to talk to his boss. And that's a good one too, because it's like that recruiter could be new, but most likely they are trained and they still know how to work with you. And if they don't know what they're doing, they're always going to ask their office partners. As you see right here, you have how many office partners?
6 people.
Six people in here. Obviously now, on the appointment time, you might not see them because they're out there doing their school visits or their community events. But you best believe that if I didn't know an answer, and I would tell you, hey, let me get back to you, it's not me guessing or looking it up. It's me, or I'm looking it up, and it's also me asking my office partners, hey, have you gone through this process before? And I think that's really huge. So let's see. We talk about that process. Oh, this one's gonna be tough. All right, so you gotta try to see. Yeah, like I said, this is not scripted, so we don't have any. I don't have any questions, no notes. Let's see. I want to do a top 3, but I don't know what kind of top 3 I want to do. It's like a top 3. Okay, actually I do have one. Top 3 disqualifiers that you've seen applicants have.
For sure. And I could speak at least for this area, Central Arkansas area. Anxiety, depression is going to be a big one, especially coming out of that COVID year, about 2020. A lot of social butterflies went from being in school to now I gotta be at home, isolated, things of that nature. So a lot of anxiety, medications, depression medications, things of that nature. That's going to be a big one. Another one, asthma. Childhood, usually not a big deal, but anything recent, I'd say within the past 2 to 3 years, is going to require that Surgeon General review.
And I remember, speaking on those topics, that's why we were talking about being prepared. Is if you are still in high school and you're thinking about joining, you're a freshman or sophomore. Obviously, I can't tell you. I'm not a doctor. 100%. But let's just say that, if you are thinking about joining the Air Force and you're on that medication, well, you can't be on medication during the process. 100%. So, reaching out to your doctor, seeing, do you still need to be on that medication freshman and sophomore year? Let's get you off of it then at that time, so that way you have 2 years of not needing it. So that way we know it's not a trend. Sure. But again, don't just stop taking it because you heard a recruiter say that you need to talk to your doctor, and your doctor has to be the one that takes you off 100%. Of it. So I noticed that was a couple things where people would just stop taking their medication, 100%. But they would still be prescribed it.
That's a big one. So speaking of the asthma, somebody could come in and be like, yes, I had diagnosed with asthma, ages about 6 to 8. I haven't used an inhaler since I was 8. Cool, no big deal. Get your pharmacy records for the past 5 years. Nothing's going to be on there. PFT results, if you have them, with the graphs, all that kind of good stuff like that. Get the pharmacy records. It's a prescription filled for 3 months. Come to find out, mom or dad, just in case, which is what parent they're going to do sometimes, we're constantly refilling. So now we run into that scenario to where, you said you haven't had an asthma attack since you were 8, but prescription was filled 2 months. That's going to be a delay or issue with your process.
So I know you kind of dove into the medical side of things, and this is where, again, like I said, we're not scripting it or anything like that, because my top 3 that I was thinking is more of like the of people lying to the recruiter, and we will, it's so tough with Genesis now, and I'm not gonna, can't dive too much into Genesis, but Genesis is something that can pull all your medical history. So back in the day, it used to be, don't tell your recruiter 100%. Any medical history, don't tell your recruiter 100%. Nothing, and that right there is honestly holding a lot of people back now, because they listened to those people before. And yes, before I became a recruiter, that's how that process was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people who were not telling their recruiter stuff, and they were sneaking in. And obviously, it would get discovered at BMT, which is basic military training, and they would get kicked out.
Right.
And so they're very strict now on that. And then I will say another one is the ASVAB.
Yes.
I actually just made a video yesterday because I'm going to be posting it today.
Yeah.
I made a video about the ASVAB cheat sheet. There's one of those things going on right now, and I already told people not to even mess with that. The best thing I see, there's an ASVAB book right there. The best thing to do is just study. People don't understand that little bit of investment can go a long way. Don't just study to pass. Study to conquer the test, because the higher your score, the more jobs that becomes available.
100%.
And then guess what? The higher your score, the less people you got to compete with.
100%. So yeah, you made a big point. It's an aptitude test, but it's about the work you put in. If we both take the ASVAB, I score 88, you score 50. You studied for 3 days before the ASVAB, I studied for 2 months before the ASVAB. Doesn't mean I'm smarter than you. It just means I applied myself. So that's a good point.
And I think that's what's so important too, especially when it comes to be like the senior year and people are like, hey, and which, be mindful, you can still join at your senior year, but some people don't want to join until they graduate, which is okay too. I always try to tell people not to wait till the last minute. Don't wait until you want to join. Whenever you want to join, backtrack that now 2 months. So like, if I don't want to join until December, I need to be talking to that recruiter in October. So that way, and by the time my process is done, I can be depping in, which is swearing into the Air Force at December, which meets my goal. I've seen a lot of people come in my office and when I was a recruiter, they're like, hey, I want to join. Awesome. When do you want to leave for basic? Next week. Nah,
it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
But I will say though, whenever they say that, I would say, okay, cool. Let's see what you can do, and then I give them 24 hours pretty much to prove themselves. They can do everything that we need them to do to start the process. I mean, as you can see, your screens are facing the applicant.
Right.
Like we try to show people like the process. So again, everything's transparent. But another one, the disqualifier is the medical issues, and there's a third one, and I think the third one is just again not understanding that there's a life outside of this community. We, as a recruiter, I was just talking to somebody about this. I forgot who he was, but we go into these communities and then we're there to help the community grow, and also take the people who are from that community who grew up there out, develop them professionally and personally, and then bring them back to the community. Like our goal is obviously we would like to have you stay there for 20 years. That's gonna be the most professional. We can grow you, right? 20 years, you come back, now you're retired, now you can help the next generation of future leaders. So I think there's a lot of people who are afraid to take that chance, and that's the one part where it's like, that part to me is one of the hardest parts to get over, because every single person has a story. Everyone's their own main character. So trying to figure out how can you be the one that helps them understand their full potential, and that's always, I think that's like the question of the year every year.
I think that's a big.
All right, battery down on that one, but I believe that we were on that. The last thing is just like helping people motivate themselves to come back in the community and grow.
Right. So the biggest thing you kind of talked about, like to get in that full potential 20-year career. I tell people, hey, if you want to use the Air Force for your future goals, if you want to do 4 to 6 years, as long as you take advantage of that 4 to 6 years, get training, get your education, get certifications, and you choose to come back to Arkansas, now you're more marketable. Now the job pool is going to open up. So I just let the Air Force be your stepping stool to whatever you want to do in the future.
And that was a huge thing that when it kind of like lead us went on. Well, actually, I got one more question for you after this one, but the goals, it goes back to the job thing. Everything that we do kind of flows into each other. That's why I want to get to know you, right? I want to see what's your goals, what do you plan? Hey, you want to do the 4 or 6 years?
Right.
All right, you're trying to get education? Hey, maybe thinking about doing fields job where we can get you more education, more time to go to school than this other job where you might be working like, your 12s. But guess what? You want to be a mechanic, or you want to get those certificates, go to that career field. You're not going to be able to get that much time for education, but you don't want that career path because you don't need that degree to do what you're trying to do. You need that certificate.
100%.
So that's something that I always try to talk to people, and that's why we have all these meetings with them. We have our DEP calls, which is like our delayed entry program. So once you go through the process, actually, honestly, for me, once you had that first appointment and you said that you wanted to join, I brought you in. I brought you into the team because it was like you already want to be a part of the team. Let's show you what the team looks like. So that helped a lot of people go through the process. I think for me was trying to make sure that they understood they weren't alone. And because again, it's a scary decision. That's when you're making that decision. 9 out of 10 times is either with your family or alone. So let's get you to get you a support system right away. So that way, if you don't have a support system, you can lean on other people who are going through the same process as you. And with that, I'm going to leave it off with one final question. You're almost out of here, right?
Yeah.
So as you're coming out of here, you're about to have a replacement, because we always have a replacement for you.
Yes.
Which is, again, understand that we always have a replacement for you. So if you could give your replacement 3 things that they should understand or what could help them the most, what would it be?
Okay. First and foremost, like I said at the beginning, it's a roller coaster. So be prepared. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. As long as your good days outweigh your bad days, you'll be okay. So it's a little motto I kind of developed. We're EA recruiters. So there's 2 things you can control: effort and your attitude. So you can't control sometimes the depth discharges, the rows at MEPS, the applicant not telling you everything. Don't sit in that. You got to be able to bounce back. Have your little day to where you're pissed off, you're upset. Absolutely fine. After that 24 hours, you need to get back on the grind. And then lean, like you said, lean on your flight. You're not doing this alone. You got tons of experience. Your flight chiefs usually going to have 5 or 6 experience on average. Your headquarters, your ops, your training and marketing. Those guys are knowledgeable. So reach out, use them as resources. Don't try to battle this alone. It's gonna be rough, especially that first 365 days where you're getting certified. So lean on your flight mates. Use your resources. Control your effort and attitude. And just get after it. Just get after it every day.
All right, perfect. All right, and then with that, like, how does somebody start the process? Like, what app can they use to start the process?
Absolutely. So, airforce.com it's probably the best tool that you utilize.
No, you killing me here. See, now you're gonna have people come after me. My God. See, that's why I said not scripted. No, we don't clip this. It's the Aim High app.
Aim High.
They need to use that from the beginning, because when you use the Aim High app from the beginning, you're gonna find that recruiter, you're gonna find those videos, those resources. Then once you join, or even before you join, you can actually refer people, so you can actually get promoted before you even join. Yeah, so that's why it's so huge that people understand that app. You know, and then once you do join, you have a chance to get 2 achievements and an accommodation medal. So, you know, I always reach out to people, making sure that they're giving out their referral. Yeah, because again, like I said, we want to help you help other people as well. So that's a way that we can say, hey, thank you for motivating others to find a career path for them. So it was a little bit of a baited question.
Yeah, you got me.
I was hoping that you get it. I tried to set it up. I was like, here's an easy layup. Here's an easy one.
You got me. I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball on that one for sure.
Speaking of dropping the ball, hey, if you want to stay tuned, we have a basketball game, and then after the basketball game, we ended up doing a workout. So go ahead and stay tuned to that. Thank you for your interview, and good luck back at FSS.
Appreciate you. Zach, nice to meet you. What's going on, man? You remember me? I work in the office with your recruiter. Yeah.
You used to be able to. We'll count it.
About 5:30.
5:30. Oh, the Air Force office is closed, isn't it? The Air Force recruiting office?
No.
When do they open?
They gonna open at 8.
On Monday?
On Monday.
Oh, okay.
He know about it. He been there.
Oh, you know about it? Oh, you're talking about it?
He work with Meekus.
Ooh. Don't hit my camera. Don't hit my camera. I got it. Don't worry. All right,
we go 8. That's all. My bad.
Oh shit! You good?
Intermission.
I went soft too. You good, man? I went soft too on that. No diddy. I could have gone harder. I try to get the leg, man. Hey.
Oh my God.
Angel Reese! Woo.
Yeah, double.
You see?
What's the score?
Hey, man, that's not my assist. No, I'm trying. We're trying.
What's it, 6-1? Okay. Oh, damn, good take. Good take.
All right,
I thought he was gonna cut in.
we'll start. Wow.
He ain't doing that. Oh my God! Good.
8-1. 8-1 playing to 10.
Go ahead and knock down the 2. Good shot. Good shit. That's 10-1.
You want to run it back? Switch teams?
Knock him down. Yes, sir. Feeling it now. It's over. Quick foul. Ah, good pass.
I'm cramping now. No,
Yeah,
we haven't had the water yet.
I know.
And we did a whole workout. Yeah, we did a chest. Oh shit.
Oh!
Military too?
Yeah. Huh? Left. Six, 6-0.
Knock him down. Buckets. Oh!
Right.
Good shot. Good shot. Good bounce. Good shit.
He's too damn strong, man. Beam it. There you go.
Oh, I will the next one. I'll shoot the next one.
Oh shit.
I'll shoot the next one for sure. Good take. Easy.
Wow, man. I have no idea what's going on. It's like I can't get my arm up.
Let's go.
9-5. I know I feel so tight right now. How do you want? Yo, you want me to show you the LeBron thing again? Ooh. 285. That's why it's a lot, man. It's a lot to carry around. But, all right, that's it. Luckily they were out here to play twos with us. We were gonna do like a Q&A, but we might still do that. I'm gonna take it to the back. We're gonna do a Q&A. I don't know if you guys can hear it, so we'll do a Q&A in the other area. We need some water first though, and then we'll be over there. All right.
MSgt McCarthy, Lissa recruiter out here in North Little Rock. Get a little workout in real quick.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I might try for the 20 on 225 on the incline. We'll do 20 reps.
When last time you did it?
Last time I did it, I got 19 last time. Oh man, that looks just like me, man. It's easy. Yeah, so
Next one won't be.
next one, we might go up right away. The 225. So a little bit of a fun fact about my old videos. When I used to like release them for like the rare, I would have to like record my video, and I would have to like use it on Filmora, and I would find the sections that I was talking in, and I would reduce the speed, and have everyone else's speed be the normal one.
Damn, because you talking so damn fast.
Because I talk so fast, and nobody could tell.
Jesus Christ.
I think the one time I had to go all the way down like 0.85 or something like that.
Damn.
But,
Light work. Light work.
no. I usually only do dumbbells, so I've been trying to get back into this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I prefer dumbbells just
Yeah.
because I usually don't ever have a spotter, so. Come on. You get 2 more. 9. Last one. Not too bad.
Yeah. This where you lose me here.
No. Now this is when all the hobbies start kicking in. You know, this is when
Yeah.
you got a life. I don't.
Yeah.
This is how much of a life don't you have? All right.
Light work.
Do 5 pause.
Oh, 5 pause?
Yeah, so if you stopped at 225, we might have to get a 25 on here.
So 5-second pause each rep.
Not really 5, just at least 3. So what I do is come down, 1, 2, explode up. Try to explode up. You should be able to explode up on this.
Yeah, should be good.
If it's too easy to just do 7. There it is. Come right down, come right down. 1, 2, explode, up, down. There you go. It's easy. All right. So we'll go ahead and do the incline now. Get warmed up on that. So what's cool about this one is it does like 4K, so it'll fill up the whole screen. So if I was to do it sideways, it would. That's how you can do it for the Instagram and the TikToks. But this is gonna be for like YouTube, so you can still make this one into the reels and stuff like that. It's just the problem is it would only be the center. So like this will probably be cut off some the edge of that.
It won't catch the full. Yeah.
But all right. Yeah, this one we're probably gonna go slow going up. I'm gonna do probably 12 to 15 of these. All right. Try to make sure I get warmed up before we do 20. Yeah. There it is. Come on. Easy. Man, this is I think I said this before. It's like if I can go back and do one thing over again, it'd be getting in the gym earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I never touched the weights until I was in Iraq.
What year was that?
Kirkuk, Iraq was 2010.
Okay.
So ever since 2010,
You've been on it.
been on it. Working out, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, clarify nowadays. So hold on now. Took me 14 years to try to catch up to people who.
Been doing it their whole life.
Well, not only that, also I'm talking about like it took me 14 years to keep up with people who are on that stuff for 3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Don't take long on that juice.
Jeez. Here we go. Do about 7 just so I can be ready for
Get ready for that. 25?
20.
Oh, 20.
I'm not that good. What do you want on there?
Maybe 15?
Well, this is pretty crazy. It's like, I feel like literally now is pretty cool, or not cool, but it's okay to do this stuff. Because it felt like just literally 2-3 years ago, if we were doing this in this gym, they're like, what are y'all doing? Like, oh, you said 15, right?
Yeah.
That's 10.
Nah, I know. I just seen you didn't put it on there. So.
Now you got somebody over there doing it.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. See, I'm wondering if I want to do the silent detection. So there's a way to do silent detection, so that way it would like only pick up when we're talking.
Oh yeah,
So
that'd be
the only
dope.
problem with that is I don't know if it's gonna look like we're glitching everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it though
All
and see.
jacked up.
All right. Did you ever see the video of the 225 times?
Nah. That's wild.
I wanted to figure out a way how I can go live on Instagram. So one night I asked one of the gyms I go to if they could turn off the music, and I just needed like no music for an hour, and they said fine, that's fine. So it was like Thursday at like 10 o'clock, or no, Friday at 10 o'clock at night,
No music.
and I did it. It took me 37 minutes. And so, like, I don't know, it's finding different ways. The next one I think I'm gonna try and do is shoulder press, probably 135s. Just doing 135, you know, on like a machine or something like that, shoulder press, and then every 10, just do sets of 10 every minute.
Yeah.
While I'm talking with the chat, because I mean, we were able to have like 5 recruiters on there, and there were like people were asking questions in there, and that's where I came up with like the Friday Night Insights.
Oh yeah.
It's just trying to figure out a way to, how do we connect when we can't be on TikTok
Right.
live?
Right.
And how do we pull people?
Yeah.
This music does not help.
I know. It's that Saturday evening relaxing.
I don't know what days are sometimes. I'll tell you what, that's why I said like the military is definitely going to be able to provide that foundation.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm starting to feel more and more like I can do this every day.
Yeah.
And I think if I did this every day,
Oh yeah.
but I got to get that retirement first, so you got that
I
foundation. You got to get that.
Get that steady check coming in every month.
They say you make more with your disability and retirement than you do active. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait.
100%, 44.
I got promoted. I barely saw.
Did you get paid? You just put on the first of this month, right?
Yep.
So you won't see the pay till the 15th.
Yeah, I see the first one. It's I don't want to say it over.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I got a raise.
That's all right.
I got a raise. Here we go. Let's get 20. I will need a lift off though.
Bet.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Can you count?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 11, 12, 13. Push it out. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right there. 19. It's all you. Easy. 20. Lock it out. Lock it out. It's all you. Good stuff.
Yeah. And full reps too, not that half.
I don't think I can do that with 135 right now. Shoot.
I'm gonna try and beat people's combine numbers on incline.
Yeah.
That's our receiver numbers for the combine.
Oh yeah, you
On flat
definitely
bench.
definitely beat that. You probably with the linebackers.
Like,
Probably ain't with the O-line though.
no. I see some of those guys.
Them jokers huge.
Their mindset's underneath everything.
Easy.
What was that?
Somebody is stretching it out, I guess.
Like, that felt like 5 years.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, we can start doing some stretching on that one. We'll do some flies.
Bet.
That way I can kind of talk. We
Yeah.
can try to talk or something. I might mess around and do some crunches. The belt kind of Let me see.
Yeah,
We don't have this.
yeah. You could throw some weight on there too if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's just too high. Let's do a. Oh, that's the.
Oh, is it?
There you go. Let's try 45, you think?
You can try it.
I used to have a really strong core.
Yeah, that core go away quick.
Back when I was a runner, hell.
Yeah. It's hard to find the motivation to run. Like,
That's why I said I like to do basketball, because
yeah,
that
that's
treadmill.
cardio without thinking about it. Yes, sir.
Oh, this 15.
15.
Yeah. So this is my first time doing dual audio. I can't wait to see. Is it gonna sound like we're talking over each other, or?
No.
That's like the hardest part to get started on this. It was a good investment in this.
How much was it?
All together, we're probably looking at 5. Cause I got the microphones, and I'm talking about the camera, the stand, the set, microphones, the Rode, a boom
Yep.
stick, that microphone, the Rode, I forget what it's even called. It's like the transmitter has all the different
Yeah.
volumes on that.
How long did you piece everything together?
I'm not done.
Man.
I'm still not done setting up. I still gotta do my Stream Deck. And what the Stream Deck is gonna do is gonna allow me to push buttons whenever I'm going live and change scenes instantly. So you ever seen when people are like doing reaction and they're like, all right, Chad, and then they push
change
that
the
button?
scene.
Yeah. So I got me and Woo Man, he's setting his up this week, but we're trying to go live because it's kind of like the AMP.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make like a AMP for the Air Force, pretty much. Because then I think if we have groups, you can start using those groups to, network with other groups, and it definitely picked that up. Yeah. It's another thing why I like to, while I'm practicing this too, is like it's gonna help me be better at speaking and make sure I don't curse as much.
Oh, for sure. It's rough. Expand that vocabulary.
Put your chest up, put your chest up. There you go. There you go. All right, next one we're gonna do is the down now.
Sorry, no, hey, I apologize.
Oh man. See man, if I had this gym like this, cause I can do this every now and then.
Yeah.
Like this right here,
Yeah.
you can put this into any workout.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, being tall sucks. And then y'all got a lot of restaurants out here too, man.
Yeah, that's the problem. We too close to that.
So you see how I was right here? We're gonna go down.
I got
So
you.
it's kind of just a down.
I got you. And that jam.
Yeah, this is one of those songs you just gotta listen to the beat.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Yep, that's it. Yeah, one. So weird to see East Florida. It's like East Florida took over LA Fitness, right? Like,
Yeah, they said they bought out LA.
you ever go swimming?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I ain't a big swimmer. It's a good workout though.
Yeah, I like the hot tub there.
It's a good workout. I usually jump in the sauna for like 15 minutes after.
Oh, you guys have a sauna here too? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, oh man. All right, we're probably gonna break 100 on this.
Ooh,
So we still gotta do last set of this, and three. So that's 9 times 15, yeah. Man, we're only doing 25s of these. I forgot to start the watch. I don't know what I did with my workout already.
Yeah. Halfway in now.
He's halfway, this is the warm up.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm not that crazy. I've seen some crazy
Yeah.
people out there. Next thing you know, we're doing full muscle ups.
I want to stand a chance.
All right. Oh, the rest of these then will be 10, just so we can
Bet.
pick up the pace for it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. There you go, come on. And we had Alpha Land footage should be done soon.
Oh, from down there, Houston.
Yeah, I did the well, I paid an editor for one, and they're supposed to be releasing their own. So we did that one, and then I started having the editor do the reels. Did you see the reel with me and Shaw?
Maybe.
Out to my elbows. starting to get messed up. Shoulders starting to feel weird. I can't do this all the time because it was like it costs a lot. But he did this one. This was my camera. I'm sorry, this was my phone. So imagine if I did it with the camera. So that's why I said I can't wait to see what they do with the next one. And he ended it right where he started it. I'm like, that guy is
That guy's
a.
That's good. But yeah, that's a dope video.
As I said, right now though, I don't make that much where I can edit all my reels.
No.
I wish I could, but. $12, 15, 10 maybe. 12, 15, 15. I don't know yet. There you go. Oh man. The next step, we got to figure out where to go so we can do something so we can talk back and forth. I got to figure out what kind of work I want to do for that.
We got a little open room in there, but usually where they do their classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'll see what we can do. Not like this one. It's starting to feel good.
Yeah.
For now, I'm gonna be cramping when I can drive
Oh
home.
yeah,
Now.
it's gonna hit later.
That's good. Yeah. Also, I guess you can say it's kind of cheating on the watch time too.
Oh yeah.
So like, you gotta get like before they kind of like push your channel, you have like 1,000 subs plus like a certain amount of hours. So if I can do that, like this long, hour-long content and all the car talks, it should help hit those metrics.
Yeah, for sure.
But and it's also something that, like I said, this is what I want to do whenever I get out because there's always gonna be new recruiters out here. So imagine this imagine like your replacement, and I go work out with your replacement now. Like, yeah, this is where he used to go.
Yeah.
This is who he used to be. Hey, here's a video of him, of how he. So there's a lot. There's so much content we could do where it's like you could take me on like a zone, on your zone, but I gotta be out first. And I don't think, because we hear all these retirees that say they want to help. No, you don't. You want to help your way.
Even if you was just going to an office and be like, hey, what are you guys doing? What are the struggles you seeing? And kind of doing little stuff like that.
But not saying, hey, I brought you somebody, you're not answering the phone. That's not you helping us.
We don't know if that person's qualified or not.
Oh man. Oh yeah, 15 on this one.
15.
Yeah. Oh, man. See, this is how the 225 started. It sounds like such an easy concept. Yeah, we're just gonna do like sets of 10 in between everything.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, we're at 100 now.
Yeah, ain't as easy as it look.
I got an idea, but it might be crazy.
Oh, shit.
Could do a plank and learn. So we do planks as we talk.
Woo! How many minutes?
I don't know yet.
Be a quick pop.
Yeah, because that way I can kind of do the intro
Yeah.
and then talk about the plank and learn. And then we can, after that, we can do, I'll just add all this to the back end of it. Like, hey, you call us to the end of the workout. If you want to see what the workout was like, stay tuned. For now, though, I just want to do like a plank and learn so we can get to know the local recruiter out here. So, like, for me, like, I'm very big at wing it. I made a video about that. I was like, I get very lucky on that. Just like this. I just thought about something where we can make it to where it's like not drawn out answers.
Yeah,
So you had to do a plank whenever you're talking. So if you're not talking, you can lay down. So whenever I'm asking questions, I'll be in a plank, but I'll obviously elaborate on your answers. So that way it's not just a spitfire towards you.
Yeah. Crazy.
This is the last set of this, and then we had 3 on the bottom then. And then the last workout, I don't know what we're gonna do for the last workout yet. Try to squeeze and then release. Squeeze and then release. And then explode it up. There you go. This part right here is the most important, right there. This other stuff doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There you go. Get back into it. Get back into it. There you go. There you go.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. Low key, the Nicki Minaj was it Pink? That Pink Friday?
Yeah.
I think everyone listened to that.
Yeah.
I had it in my. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to like listen. Like I had subs in my dorm room, so I used to listen to everything like loud, and everyone could hear it bumping and stuff like that.
Oh, in the dorm?
Yeah. Then Pink Friday came out. I was like, I ain't gonna listen to that, and I started listening to it.
Boom,
I turned down. I unplugged my subs. I had my headphones. I knew a few of the songs.
Closet fan.
It was. I was back when like it wasn't really cool to listen to it. Now everyone's listening to like Flo. You can sing her song.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But then we don't have any more boy bands, which is crazy. Like the transition.
Yeah, the transition.
Oh, nope. Almost forgot about these. Yeah, 30 more. Ooh. Oh man. Oh yeah. Do yours. Give me some extra time off. Usually people only work out with me like one time. It's really weird.
What happened?
People usually only work out with me once, and I never get to
go back, circle it back. She did 10, 15,
15. Yeah, 3 sets of 15. There you go. I think it's also like I don't know. I see, especially for us as a recruiters, you know, I feel like we should be recording way more than what we do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, we need people to help us.
It's rough,
edit.
yeah.
We need people to.
So
I
much
can record the content, but I need you to.
So much to dang balance.
But I don't know, I think it'd be so cool if every single recruiter just did like a little mini video, even if it's like a 5-minute section. Hey guys, you know, that was my presentation. Now I'm about to record 5 minutes of it really quick. And then, you know, if you have any questions, go ahead and fire them. Because then if you have all those recruiters doing it, we can then do a compilation video. And again, now your 5 minutes per recruiter turns into a 5,000 minute, because you know we have 1,800 recruiters. That's 5,000 minutes right there.
Information for free.
It's not getting lighter. No. You're thinking get lighter.
How much you weigh?
280.
What was you at the biggest? 295?
No, I was, yeah, 295 without it clothes on. I peaked at 312 with my uniform.
312?
Yeah.
Did you feel heavy? I know.
Not walking around, but every single bit of cardio. I did my PT test at 290. Because I wanted to, and I'm right there, but I wanted to hit 300 for my PT test. Because I wanted to get a 90 plus at 300. Because I did 290. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, that was one of the hardest runs. I was sweating after the first lap.
Oh my God.
It caught a couple of cramps, but I think I got like a 92 on it.
What you running in?
11:30, I think it was. My fastest was 9:20.
Yeah, I did that at like tech school.
Yeah.
Since then, it just
We're
constantly went downhill from there.
we were at Vandenberg in California. We used to run the hills on the sands, and those, you run a mile on the beach in sand, that's like running 2 miles.
Yeah, way different. Yeah.
So I love that place. But. Actually, speaking of that, I ran into someone from the Little Rock. I was on Little Rock, and I ran into somebody who went through my MEPS. He's a reservist.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, hey, do you remember me? Of course I do.
Yeah, like we don't forget y'all. I put you in. Like,
I didn't even put him in. I was the MEPS liaison.
oh
for him.
yeah. Okay.
So, but I remember vaguely of him. He finally got in, and I'm over just getting like the MacBook, and he was like, man, it's so weird. Like, they don't even know you're a whole celebrity. I was like, I ain't no celebrity. I'm hoping we can get some basketball. All right, last set. So somebody said something about it, like the imposter syndrome, but I don't know. I don't think we're there yet. You know what I mean? Like we got to keep going just a little bit more.
No.
Because it's like we're not even on like outside the military. People don't even know who we are.
No.
So it's like, how do we get onto that radar?
Yeah.
And once you're there, whoever's out there, then you can.
And recruiters, their life would be so much easier. People just kick it down the door.
Which is also another reason why I'm trying so hard right now is like, hopefully the next rank, if I stay in, It'll be a fight chief.
Oh yeah, for sure. Then it's over. Then it's over. Full control. You gotta sit at the table.
Yeah, because for the fight chief, I want to be out there. I want to be outside.
Yeah, you got to.
And I know that there's a lot of busy work, but for me, I can do that busy work at home.
Yeah.
Be out there with my recruiters.
During the week.
And I know, and that's why there's no hit on fight chiefs. You still got to do that work-life balance, but for me, my work and life is the same.
Yeah, that's all.
So that's why I like it. So.
That's all you got.
You know, I mean, you can see it, but
Yeah.
I can see it, but I just gotta make sure I still know what I need to know and grow first before. Come on, it's the last one. Come on. There you go. I'm talking about. Imagine being able to be on Instagram or put out videos on YouTube or Instagram, doing like the state of the community.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, and now you're one of the recruiters I have. I can now go out to one of your zones, like backgrounds. We do a video talking about, hey, how's your week going? Oh, who impressed you the most? Oh, this person right here. They had all their medical documents.
Yeah.
And we were able to cut the waiver time by 50%,
Yeah.
allowing that person to process in a week. So, oh, really? Like, so because they had all their documents, like their medical records, their pharmacy records from the last 5 years, all that, we were able to submit it at once, and they processed in 2 weeks.
And,
That's really good information. You know, make sure, you know, if you know anybody else that's going through that same process,
Right.
make sure they know. I don't think it's that hard. That's a TikTok right there.
Yeah,
you know, for somebody else to post. I can't post that.
Yeah.
But I can clip it and give it to the applicant.
Yeah, and they could post it all day.
I'm trying to go slow down. Ten and then 5.
Ooh. Let's see what I got. Man, he went crazy. I know Giants fans was like, what were we doing?
We already knew that. I mean, there's no line. You were trying to line. So we got it. I'm sorry, but we have it. The team we have it's still 80%. I'm pretty sure composed of the ones that went to the Super Bowl. So yes, we lost our center, but replacing that center with a running back, that's a lot easier. I rather have Saquon than Kelsey. I know it sounds bad, but centers. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
just needs your snap ball.
yeah,
Now, obviously, our snaps had a problem. So, but
Yeah.
still, that's his first year.
yeah. It should be a good year for y'all for sure.